it is a soft skill that is actually valued by employers. And you look at the work of, say, Shelley Kanash and employability, and that comes out quite strongly as a feature that employers want. But more importantly, it's also very closely linked to lifelong learning skills. So that's often a graduate attribute or capability of universities, that we want people to be lifelong learners. In terms of employability, where it would be quite rare for somebody now to stay in the same career or job over a long period of time, and with constant change in the workforce, in the world generally, people need to be able to know how to learn. And reflective practice, which is closely aligned with metacognitive skills, where people know about what they know or know what they don't know, so in order to learn and fill in that gap, are essential for the current decade.
Reflective practice for me has probably been shaped over time and with experiences. So right now, the value of reflective practice for me as a professional and also a mother of 3 teenage children is really one of learning and growth. So personal learning and growth is probably if I think about when I choose to be reflective, and you really need to spend the time to do that, and you need to be disciplined in that, it's generally where I learn and grow the most at a personal growth and learning perspective.
It's about growth mindset. And it's important that we have a growth mindset so that we are always improving. It's essential that we're developing our students and the way that to achieve the best possible learning outcomes. And the way that we do that is by constantly reflecting on our practice. How can we do better? How can we make our children leave our school with more outcomes so that they can participate and be successful in high school?
That skill is not taught to you in medical school. It's certainly something that everyone has to learn. Working in a hospital environment entirely like I do, then you're part of a very big organism, and you are engaging on a daily basis with a number of other staff. There is a high rotation of staff on shift work, and you have to all come together to manage a complex movement of patients.
Being able to think about really clearly how I deliver a service, what are the messages, what's the work that needs to be undertaken, and also I think being aware of perhaps anti-discrimination or discriminatory practices and anti-oppressive practices. How do I come across? How do I deliver those messages?
As a lawyer, you need to always be conscious of what the other side's position or the other side's argument may be, and therefore you naturally have to look at a certain problem from a lot of different perspectives. You have to be capable of not being scared to say, look, I just need to think about that. I need to come back to you on that, and so you give yourself time to sort of formulate your position.
Reflective practice in the workplace, particularly the way that we work these days, that we work across disciplines, and particularly in human services, health. In many contexts we work in a multidisciplinary way. I think what critical reflection also helps us do is to communicate with each other. So it helps break down silos because it provides us with a format in which professionals coming from different disciplines can actually talk about their values, why they're responding to a situation the way that they are, what might be influencing their practice, and articulate that to others. It's not something that just belongs to nursing or to social work or to teaching. We all have this process as something that is useful. It's a tool that we all can use, and in terms of everyone learning it, means that when we actually come together, we have a common process of working through an issue or a problem in a rich way, because we bring our different knowledges to that.